Welcome.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. I know last week I missed. Well, I'll just get to it. Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Blondie, aka the B Word Live. My name is Lena Krause, aka Blondie, and hi, welcome. Now I know last week I was supposed to come on, but I'm gonna get to that in one quick second. Okay, I think I get everything. This I'm gonna be telling you the truth. This is a balancing act with my damn hat right now. So I'm gonna situate. If it falls, it falls. We have, I believe this might be the shortest stream I've ever done because I am literally recycling stuff that should have. I'm taking this hat off. I should have done last week, but let's just get straight to it. So first things first, the name change. I'm just kind of like reinstating or repeating myself again from the 5th of September. I changed my name because it was really hard to link my profile up, like basically this channel up with anything on any of my platforms without giving a very long URL code. And I just wanted to make it a lot simpler on all my friends that I work with to just simply have Simply Blondie. And it actually works out perfectly fine, even though I'm the type of person that does not like simplicity that much. Anyway, that's kind of the reason why. Also, you may notice in the ticker that we have two different names. We have so basically still Hey Blondie Chick on some of my socials. I can't really change it because other people have it. And then Instagram is just simply Blondie underscore sorry, simply underscore Blondie. So make it a lot easier on you guys because I love you guys so much. So first things first, let me check the chat because I did not realize. Hi, how are you? I can't believe that I took last week off. So let's just get last week highlights, I guess. So last week on actually 10 days ago, D23 started up and I was doing 3 live streams back to back on my channel and 2 other channels. One was on CJack, on CJ Productions channel, which was Friday, very short. Not used to short live streams, but it was the very first one that he's done. So it was an honor to be on his live stream for that day. Then Saturday was on mine. We talked a lot about Marvel stuff and we had to kind of cut it short because some of the stuff was kind of like very extensive. I'm going to get back into the D23 stories in a bit. And you also may notice that I have half of my hands painted. I got when I was waiting for the whole thing to start up, I was painting my nails. Then Sunday I was on Danny's channel for comics and cosmetics. So I did upload those 2 live streams on my channel last week. So if you guys want to recap, you guys can go check it out. I'm going to be talking about a lot of my personal highlights and basically my 2 cents on the whole thing tonight. So also ironically, when I was supposed to come up on Monday, I was not feeling good because wasn't taking my allergy pills and I started getting nasally and losing my voice gradually to the point where I didn't realize it until the next day, which was Tuesday. And I was going to do it Tuesday. I said, forget it. This is my birthday week. On Saturday was my birthday. And first things first, I want to say thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday on Saturday. And I'm still getting outpours of happy birthdays, like late happy birthdays. Thank you. I love every single one of them. I'm very blessed to have people in my life that will take the time to just simply check Facebook to see, hey, it's Lena's birthday, so let's go wish her a happy birthday. But besides that point, thank you so much for wishing me a happy birthday. Um, but yeah, let me think. Saturday and then Sunday I was on Danny's channel, and today we're here today. So on Saturday, everyone kept asking me like, what did I do for my birthday? And I'm gonna tell you this: I have not celebrated my birthday with other people in 2 years. And before, I used to celebrate quite frequently with very close friends and family members of mine. And this is where it kind of like bleeds in a little bit because people have been questioning as to why don't you like your birthday? It's no personal vendetta to my birthday. The 17th is a cool number. I love the 17th. I like the number 17 a lot. I just don't like it. So we're just going to be jumping into a story time with Lena because this is the reason why I don't like celebrating my birthday, and you can take it or leave it. You can call me whatever. This is my personal feelings on the whole thing. Believe it or not, I used to work a 9 to 5 job and it was something that I personally am not a big fan of. I do not like working 9 to 5s. It basically drains me. and it drains pretty much anybody that works a 9 to 5. So when I was working, the first time I celebrated with people, I loved it. It was very small. It was very, just people that I met and close family members. And they got me nothing but bunt. Now I love nothing but bunt cakes. So that's like my kryptonite. My mom was the one that introduced me to nothing but bunt. And I think one of her friends introduced nothing but bunt to her. So it's just been like a nothing but bunt kind of family for me. And nothing but bunt is almost like a staple in my birthdays. So in 2019, I celebrated my birthday with a group of friends that I coworkers and friends and family, and I liked it, because friends wise, two of my closest friends from Florida flew out the week of my birthday, and we hung out at Venice Beach, and it was just a very chill birthday. In 2020, COVID kicked in, so a lot of places were shut down. Restaurants, especially here in California, we got shut down in March of 2020, and a lot of us had to work from home. And during that time, I was bouncing around from my house to one of my friend another house from time to time. I was picking up mail, blah 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 blah. That's not the whole story. We got into an office by back into the office around August, so we were able to celebrate birthdays a little bit. So when it came to my birthday, once again, my anxiety kind of kicked up. I personally, when I start feeling a little bit off about certain individuals, my anxiety kicks in because I am like, I don't want to say that I'm building myself up for failure or building myself up for this expectation of they're not going to remember or they're not going to, I just didn't want to build myself up to that point where I was just going to stress myself out over a birthday. So as I just don't want to come in. I had people like, no, 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 please come in, please come in. We really want to celebrate your birthday. I'm sitting there and I'm kind of like, no, I don't want to come in on my birthday. I want to be able to celebrate it. But in my head, I already was telling myself that they don't see me as an equal. And I'm going to get to that in a second. So they push, push, and push, like, please come in on your birthday. We really want to celebrate your birthday with you. Nobody should go without celebrating their birthday. And I'm kind of sitting there. I'm like, I've gone through not celebrating my birthday perfectly fine. I'm cool with it. And I started kind of tearing up because I just said, I just personally feel like people are not going to care. And one of them just hugged me like, no, we care a lot about you. I said, okay, cool, whatever. So I said, fine. And I said, plus you guys want nothing but bunt cakes. That's fine. We all want nothing but bunt. Once again, I'm not sponsored by nothing but bunt. I wish I was, because I'd be like, hey, check out this nothing but bunt cake. So birthday comes. It was a weekday. I come in, I'm just like, dreading the whole day. And in my head, I I'm the type of person that I do like planning stuff, like planning like hangouts and all that, and basically kind of like organizing a whole thing. I'm like detail oriented. But when it comes to like my birthday, I like it when people take the rings and be like, hey, you know what? Let me plan something for you, like a dinner or something. I'm not picky when it comes to food. Food is food, okay? Food is fuel, and I will eat anything. You're talking to somebody that was eating like octopus at the age of like 8, okay? Like young, all right? And I've been eating oysters since like I was young as well. So I'm just like, I'm used to eating stuff that normal people won't eat. They'll just look at it and be like, ew, that's gross. Me, I'm just like, food is food. I love different food. So I don't care where you take me. I had one person that tried to plan something, but they made it all about themselves, literally taking like everything that was like about like the whole day and just basically like complaining about every little aspect about what was going on. So I was already in my head thinking like, this is not going to end well for me. Like this birthday is not going to end well. So I go to work. We're all walking in work and all that. And I got some gifts from my friends. I got a pair of white boots that I've been wanting from Doc Martens for quite some time, and I love them. I'm still like, I haven't worn them as often, but I'm still kind of breaking them in. They're one of my favorite boots. Okay. I'm waiting for like fall already. And one of my friends bought me a small, like a nothing but bunt cake because she knew I love nothing but bunt with extra frosting. So she got me nothing but bunt. I was very grateful. Another friend gave me some books, and another friend gave me a plant, which, side note, that plant killed my plant. And I hadn't had a plant until recent. You guys can't see it, it's on the top shelf. But as like time was going on throughout the day, they're like, hey, can you come upstairs? I said, sure. So I go upstairs And I go to the office because it was like I was working in a building, it was 2 floors and all that. Go to the floor, go to the office where all the people were at. And I walk into and I see a 3-tier cake. Now you're probably wondering, like, how bad is a 3-tier cake in this story, Lena? That sounds pretty awesome. You're talking to somebody that had a 3-tier cake for her first birthday in Florida in many, many years. And I'm gonna tell you this, people till this day still talk about it in the cosplay community where you started off with clothes and then you ended up with no clothes in like basically the lake I had in my backyard, or I have in my parents' backyard. So it's a conversation that still kind of flows to this day. So I see this 3-tier cake. So I'm like, okay, I'm really touched. They actually planned this out. This is really nice. This is very touching. I'm like really touched. So, it's nothing but 3 tiers. It has some color purple in there. I like purple. And as I'm getting closer, I see the banner, and Nothing But Bunt has like little banners you can put on the cake and all that, like happy birthday, happy Father's Day, congratulations. I get closer and I'm reading it and I'm just thinking, okay, maybe they grabbed the wrong one. It was a Mother's Day banner. It was Happy Mother's Day. So I was kind of confused when I was reading that. I was just like, why is it saying Happy Mother's Day? That doesn't make any sense to me. So I asked, hey, guys, did you guys grab like the wrong banner, or did they give you the wrong banner? One individual comes up to me and was like, no, actually, we requested the banner of Mother's Day. And I go, why? It's not Mother's Day. Mother's Day is like past, it's in May. Why are you guys giving me a Mother's Day cake? Oh, it's because we see you as our mother because you take care of us. I was like standing there and everyone's singing happy birthday. I'm like faking a smile the entire time. And in my head, I was just like, you motherfuckers got me a Mother's Day a cake because you see me as your mom. The only reason why you guys see me as your mom is because I'm the only one that picks up after you guys. And now I can admit, when it comes to my group of friends, you can ask Mitchie. I'm the friend. I'm the friend. I'm the mother in the group because I take care of everyone. But I'm also the chaotic one in the group where I will do like not necessarily stupid things but I will do stuff that like kind of like makes my group stand out. But I'm always the one that makes sure that everyone has water, everyone has food, everyone is like together. I make sure if we're going out to restaurants that everybody gets to eat. But at work, why would you get me a Mother's Day cake and say, "Oh, we see you as a mom"? I'm not your mom. I would expect this for my kids, but I don't even have kids. So I got a little pissed off, and then like a month and 13 days later I got fired. And ironically, when I did my last stream, somebody asked me, "Have I ever been fired?" The answer is yes. I have been fired, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Just the kind of a quick NGL question and answer real quick, 'cause this is the one I actually do remember. The first time I got fired, I had a backup job and I was like ready to go. So when they called me out, they fired me from this high-end restaurant that I was working at, by the way. And I loved it, but the person I was working for was making my life a living hell. And I had one individual that was working with us that basically told me point blank, like, dude, you need to get out of here. Like, she's going to make your experience in the kitchen a living hell. So at first I didn't believe it, but I was just like, you know what? Let me stick it out because I've always been taught to stick it out. No, they called me out. They told me I need to go. I'm fired. They fired me on the most busiest day too, a Friday. And there was one other girl there and I didn't care. I was just like laughing when they were firing me the whole process and explaining to me like, oh, this is the reason why you're fired. I don't remember why I got fired. So that's the reason why I'm saying this like this. Second time, I got fired for the most stupidest reasons too. I worked at another restaurant, French restaurant down in South Beach. I was just hired 2 weeks in, and they had to let me go because they wanted to reduce the pastry department and get this to add a sushi bar in a French restaurant. So I was just kind of like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Plus, I like really wasn't attached to this job, so I don't really care. So they kind of felt bad. It's like, oh, we hope you come and dine with us. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna come and dine for you guys. You're bringing a sushi bar in a French restaurant that doesn't add up at all. Like, I get it. There's such thing as a lot of restaurants that I was working for, were a lot of like Asian fusion style. Actually, no, I missed one. The second time, because this is my third time. That was the third time. The second time, I got fired from a restaurant that was an Asian fusion tapas style restaurant, and it was because I was too robotic. Never made any sense to me. The third time was the French restaurant wanted to reduce the size of the pastry department to make way for sushi. The fourth time was when I was here. Ironically, I combined one of them because I was hired right back like 10 minutes later. So I really didn't count that as the first time I got fired. I was just like sent home. So we're gonna split that into two. I'm not gonna talk much about it. First time I got fired, and this is also leading up to a kind of a question, but I don't think it's more of an answer to a question that this other person asked of is there something your parents don't know? I'm like, no, my parents pretty much know everything about me, because I eventually came out and said it. The first time I got fired, I cursed at the attorney and then I got fired, but then I was hired 10 minutes later. Then the last time, which the October incident, I got fired on October 29th. I'm not going to get into too much details about it because I do not want any more of that drama because I've moved on and I'm done with it. So yes, I have got fired. I have gotten fired before. But yeah, so that's kind of the story time of why I don't like to celebrate my birthdays and also answering a question about have I ever got fired. And also it doesn't really have much of an effect for me because the last time I got fired, I literally and metaphorically was dancing in the parking lot to my car because I could not care less. And I had the biggest smile because I felt like a weight was just lifted off my shoulders. Do I talk to these people? Not that much. One of them is actually a family member of mine. I do not want to have any issues with him. I do care a lot about him. And I do want to patch up a relationship with my family again. And, but also, yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm just the type of person that I like people to take the rings and kind of plan something for me instead of me sitting there and trying to like, "Hey, where do you want to go eat?" Okay, I don't want to pick because if I pick something and then someone doesn't like it, then it's a big deal. So, I like people who just take control and plan something. And like I said, one person tried, failed miserably because he made it all about himself. So, yeah. Okay. But yes, thank you once again for everybody that wished me a happy birthday. I am jumping around. So, God, I've had this bar and I wanted to try it for so long. Now, I've seen Mr. Beast bars everywhere from TikTok all the way on to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, pretty much everywhere. And I've been wondering because what really intrigued me was the fact that it's only made with like 5 ingredients. And most processed chocolates are made with tons of items. And so me being a chef, went to school for it and have had my degree for quite some time that I don't use it as often as I do. I use it here, but not often. Um, I had to try it because I keep seeing people saying it's, oh my God, it's so good. It's the best chocolate bar. You can get this at Walmart, guys. I think you can also get it probably at Target too. So you can get it at your retail store. I ain't tongue tied. God damn it. Disney D23 highlights are going to be fun because I'm going to get tongue tied. But yeah, I wanted to try it. So this is the first bite of Mr. Beast Bar. This is a chocolate sea salt. My dumbass red chocolate caramel sea salt. And I'm just like, there's no caramel in this. It's just straight up chocolate. What the hell? And it's just my dumbass not reading. So the ingredients actually is cane sugar, organic chocolate core, organic cocoa butter, sea salt, and sunflower oil. I'm gonna tell you a little fun fact. White chocolate is not even considered chocolate. It's literally just cocoa butter with sugar, and that's about it. Sorry if I destroyed it. So I guess I can finally now try because I've been waiting for a while. So, oh God, I hope it's not like the Dreamland soda. By the way, I bought another one, and I actually liked it this time without the sugar. So I think I just. How do you open this? All right, there we go. Found it. Okay. Okay, there it is. Oh, that's cool. You can have a little sharing part. Oh, it's just one little small sharing part. That is funny. I like this. Okay, so let's take a. Okay, let's just take this. So I took a piece. Move out of my way. Put you down. Okay. So this is, I guess, what was it called again? Chocolate sea salt from Mr. Beast. There's a bunch of other ones. I'm just trying this one first to see if I want to try the other ones. Oh God, that smells of straight cocoa powder. I swear to God. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. If it had caramel, it'd be even better. I don't know why I like caramel so much. But I don't know. This is actually pretty surprisingly really good. Wow. 5 ingredients? Shit, I should have been making chocolate this whole damn time. I really wish, to be honest, I really wish that, and I'm hoping I'm not turning into like Danny from last night because she was eating cheese last night. But personally, I really wish they would put the percentage of cocoa or like the chocolate core. I just found the salt like right now. Oh, so random. But I really wish they would put the percentage because I'm starting to think this is probably it has not even it's not even dark chocolate because dark will be like 80%. I think it's between 30 or 40% like consistency, but damn. It's not that bad for 5 ingredients. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to try the other ones because this one's not that bad. So I'm gonna put that over there because I'm gonna eat that later off camera. I'm gonna get some water. I'm also gonna tell you this that when you eat the Mr. Beast bar, there's something about it that makes I don't know, it's just I guess it's a general thing of chocolate that you get your throat gets dried out. But couldn't find salt. I just found one piece of salt. So I think that was the one piece of salt that I found today. Oh, okay. They really should put the percentage of chocolate, the chocolate liqueur they put in because like it's not milk, it's dark, but at a certain percentage, like I said, between 30 and probably 40 or 40 or 50%. I really wish they would have. All right, finally, we are getting to the D23 highlights. I need to fix that. D23 highlights. I should have had it as not the ticker, but whatever. Actually, see if we can turn it off. Let me fix that while we're talking. Turn that off. All right. There we go. My socials are going to be tickers. D23 highlights. Now I know I'm like a week late. I know. But I had a lot on my plate last week. Okay, not last week, but like 10 days ago, okay? Friday, we had the legendary induction of amazing individuals, especially Chadwick Boswick. His brother came up. Basically, that was one of the highlights for me. It was that, and then I don't have pictures of that. I wish I did. I didn't think about grabbing. But what I didn't get to talk about when I was doing like my stream of kind of recapping Friday was the costume contest they had for D23 called the Masquerades and hosted by Nina West, which she is the ultimate Disney fan for drag queens. She is the ultimate Disney fan. And all these participants in this costume contest had such beautiful and intricate costumes I've ever seen. There was one individual that she was cosplaying as Madame Leota, and there was several actually. There was one for to high fashion, and there was another one that was more like Victorian morning accuracy and all that, and I just loved it. This time around, it was actually this first time they've ever done this where they let the audience as well as, D23 members vote for their favorite as fan favorite. And ironically, I wish I had actually, I think I do. Um my background's going to change. Sorry about that. Oh no, it didn't change. Um I don't think I have it. I thought I had it and I didn't. Nope. I do not have it. Sorry, guys. I wish I did because it was actually really, really like nice. But the person that won for best in show, she actually got best in show fan favorite was a young woman who basically her entire costume was molded around Dumbo's flight and it all was working like mechanics, everything. And she even was asked how long did it take you to make all this? And she said it took about like months, like about 6 months to get everything. And this is not her first time winning a costume contest. She had participated in 2019 with another intricate design, and she also won for best for show. And then there was one party, which I wish I had a better picture of them. I will edit this and I'll put it in there, so don't worry. Now, Saturday was all about Marvel. about Lucasfilms, about 20th Century Fox. Yes, people, Disney owns Fox. I still to this day, and I still joke about this, and I'm like, this is why I'm gonna get tongue tied. I really wish they would just buy WB, not WB, Warner Brothers, just buy WB and fix the DC universe already and call it a day, and I'll be fine with it. Um, they talked a lot about the Avengers and not the Avengers, but like the whole lineup for everything. But when I was watching this, I was like kind of patiently waiting because I kept hearing stuff about a certain movie that I was really excited about, still am, that has been in talks for months, or not months, years. And they finally announced it. And that is the Haunted Mansion. They actually gave us the official logo for the Haunted Mansion that's coming out next year. So we don't have a trailer at all. Nothing. So it's coming out next year, I think in March. So I'm just kind of like, you better hurry up because this is turning into a Borderlands thing. Because I actually asked because of one individual that was casted and announced at D23, Jamie Lee Curtis as Madame Leota, which is one of my favorite characters from the ride itself. Also, the face for Madame Leota is also the voice for the classic Maleficent, as well as Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. Now, I was really excited to see this. I was like, okay, that's a good cast. And that's why Borderlands came into mind because I was just like, whatever happened to that? Because I remember it was coming out, but they never made an announcement on the date. They never made an announcement of like any trailers were never released. They just gave us some promo pictures. And the reason why I said that is because I believe she was also in that film. Nothing. So I'm just kind of sitting here like, I hope that doesn't come out, but we have a date for the Haunted Mansion. One other character that I was actually really am in love with, and I love his story because this character was taken out of the ride. And when it first opened, actually a week when it came out, like the ride was open, he was taken out a week later because of the effects and illusion, which is Hatbox Ghost, and it's going to be portrayed by Jared Leto. Um, I don't know what to say about that one because I just saw Mobius, and me and my work wife Danny joke about that quite frequently because it was just like I don't know what I was expecting. um I just have to put it in Disney's hands to see what they're going to do about this because as much as I love Hatbox Ghost and how they fixed the illusion itself, my unsettledness of this casting for Hatbox Ghost kind of bothers me a little bit. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna put it in your hands, Disney. You better not mess this up for me because I swear to God, I'm still gonna say the Muppets Haunted Mansion is still the better and superior version of the mansion. So please don't mess this up for me. Another thing that they did drop, and I do not have that because I did show in my Saturday, which was on September 10th, show with Danny and CJ, was the announcement of the Little Mermaid. Now there is so much controversy behind all this that I'm just kind of like, really? You're gonna argue over a character that is not real? You're gonna sit there and argue about this? Have you not seen all the young little girls, like young black little girls ecstatic to see representation, to see themselves a princess on screen, and you're gonna complain about that? I want to tell you this. Yo soy cubana. Yeah, I'm Cuban American. I haven't had representation until recent. Like they haven't done a Cuban like animated film. They did one for Vivo that's on Netflix and it's really good. I'm not confused, but I'm just more of like this seems like a Celia Cruz movie because it's just, really good. But for Disney, like my form of representation did not come in until Coco, which is, about Dias de Muertos and Day of the Dead and all that. And then we had Encanto. And it shows for especially Encanto, where you come in like Hispanic come in different colors. They have curly hair, they have blonde hair, red hair, dark hair, brown hair. They have different shades of colors. And I've always been like, "Oh, you're not Hispanic enough because you look like un gringa or you look like a white girl." And it's just like I understand that that's because of my European features, but I have been raised in a Cuban household, and I'm very proud of my Hispanic background. And to finally have some form of representation with Encanto as well as Coco, it was just like, just having some form of Hispanic like roots planted. Now you want to get up in arms about character that like a mythological creature of, oh, her skin can't be that color. You don't have to watch the movie. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. That's all you got to do. Just don't watch the movie. Don't support it. I don't understand. Where's my remote? If you don't like something, you just turn it off and that's it. And go on with your day. You're wasting energy bitching and complaining about something that, how does it affect you? Okay. How does it affect you as an individual? It does not affect you as an individual. Let people have what they want. And also, obviously, I want more representation. If you guys don't hear this tone of my voice, I want more representation in media. Like, I was on Danny's channel last night and we were talking about this. Is why her show went on for quite some time. We were going back and forth, and I said, I want more representation. Like, I am tired of people that are not that race or that ethnicity or have that background, or like, oh, I have a very small percent. No, like, look, if you are not that background, do not play that character. Give it to someone that is that background, like Scarlett Johansson in that movie, which I'm like blinking out. Ghost in the Shell. You could have given to an actual Asian actress who could have done a better job. Also, like I said, I like Christian Bale Batman with Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. You could have given it to someone that was Arab or Middle Eastern. No. So it's just kind of like we need more representation. Okay. I'm tired of seeing all this whitewash stuff. Like, I really am. And also, like, I wish I said this yesterday, but I'm gonna say it today. The biggest villain of all is the media. The media is the biggest villain because they want you to see something in one way instead of where it's supposed to be at another way. So if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to support it, don't support Disney. I'm gonna go see Little Mermaid when that comes out. That movie came out in late 80s, 89, November 17th of 1989. I grew up with Little Mermaid. When I saw the trailer, I teared up. When I started seeing all the TikTok, clips of young Black girls, young and old, basically everybody, I started crying. I still to this, I'm crying. I'm like tearing up right now. You don't like it, don't support it. That's it. That's all you got to do is just don't support it. I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to love it. I know I am. I already said it a couple times, and this is my theory. I already mentioned on Danny's. I'm going to mention it right here. In the trailer, it looks very dim, looks very like low lit and everything. Someone on TikTok, which I'm going to find that clip and I'm going to share it with you guys, pointed out that what if this is how Ariel sees everything, how everything is so dim because she's so bored of everything under the sea. Can you imagine when she goes on land and everything is all vivid and bright and gorgeous? And, I kind of made some comments about her hair, but I'm just kind of like, if her hair was a smidge, redder or even copper-ish, it looked nice. Her hair looks gorgeous right now. But I can imagine that when she goes out on land, it could be like, the not the fire engine red, but like a little brighter. And like I said, it's just like that's my theory. I feel like, when she goes on land, when she sees Prince Eric, which, once again, we haven't seen what Melissa McCarthy is going to be, Ursula, by the way. I haven't seen anything on her yet. I want to see how she looks. I do not know who Eric is. But still people are making jokes about this, and it's just kind of like, dude, grow up, please. This is like, it's, you don't have to support it. I'm gonna go watch it. And I'm hoping that Disney doesn't mess it up because I do not like a lot of the live action films. Like, there are films that I can't even watch more than once. Anyway, Sunday was my Super Bowl, and they basically, Josh came out, and he is the chairman of the Disney Parks Experiences and Products. Josh came out to basically announce all the expansions and the announcements of everything. So he basically called the whole thing right here, a boundless future. So basically, he's the chairman of the parks and everything. Came out. I missed the first, like, I would say like 15 minutes because time, and I slept in that day. But this is the announcements. So these are basically all the announcements that they were making about the parks, the cruise lines, the rides, the meet and greets. This is everything that's happening. I'm ecstatic about a lot of this stuff, especially 2024 when it comes to Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Disneyland here in California. They're also going to be giving her a restaurant in the French Quarters, which is kind of like the New Orleans part. So I'm actually really excited about that one. There was some stuff on that thing that, oh, wait, I'm sorry. When does, oh, the Little Mermaid that comes out in May of 2023. So sorry. I was not paying attention to my chat. I am sorry, chat. I got really into that Little Mermaid thing because it is just one of my, like, I'm just gonna go see it along with Haunted Mansion. But like I said, I'm really excited for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Also, Disney World's getting it as well. They're finally in 2023 gonna finally open up the Tron ride that they've been working on for years. Like, I swear, man, they've been working on that ride for quite some time, and they're finally going to be opening up. Now I know Florida, you have like the weather, you have hurricanes, you have, all this different stuff that happens. COVID kicked in, the parks were shut down for a bit. A lot of projects were put on hold. It's understandable, but finally, it is opening up. We have the Runaway Railroad. See, I'm getting tongue tied. Railway. Damn. Opening up here in California. Now, it's not going to be the exact same thing that Disney Hollywood Studios has. It's actually going to be matching up with Disney's Toontown, which they are redoing that as well. Now, a lot of people who are big park fans like myself, I thought they're going to be taking out Donald Duck's boat. And I was just like, you can't do that to my boy. You can't evict my boy. Like, you can't take him out. He gets to keep his boat. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm happy. I'm going to go when that opens up in 23 to go see my boy. But Frozen World of Frozen is actually being opening up in 3 different locations, Shanghai, Tokyo, as well as France, Paris, France. I gotta get the thing again. Sorry. The Journey of Water is another show they're gonna be opening up. What I'm really excited is for Disney World that they're actually gonna be getting Hatbox Ghost placed into their house now. So I'm excited for you guys. So when I go to Florida, I will love to go see that. Some of this stuff they have already had. So like the Australian and New Zealand cruise lines for Disney Cruise Line has already been up and running. The Avengers Campus, they're actually expanding it a little bit. They're going to be adding a section here in California for the multiverse. So they're going to be adding a ride, which I was kind of taken back by it because I was just like, huh, okay. So you guys have more space to expand. So I'm just like, okay. This ride is basically going to be, long story short, it's a combination of all superheroes from different multiverses, from media to comic books to pretty much everything, cartoons and all that, mashing up together to fight one common enemy, and that is going to be King Thanos. So I'm excited. I have yet gone to Avengers Campus, and speaking of Avengers Campus, um, they are finally, which is it is on here. Avengers Campus. Are you? Where are you? Uh, it should have been here. Right here. So towards the bottom, next to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, it says Hulk for Disneyland. We are getting, actually, I think it was this week. If not, it was last week. I don't remember because I haven't seen anything pop up. But we have Thor as a walk around character here in Avengers Campus in Disneyland. Now, it's the first of its prototype. I do have a video of it. I just completely forgot to like upload it. But they have been working on making bigger character costumes. So like Baymax, Hulk, even like Wreck-It Ralph to have more mobility in their hands because they're usually their hands are kind of like a very stationary where they can just like move their when they move their body, their hands move. They want it to be where they can like move their hands and all that. So with like little grappling, kind of like like little picker upper things, kind of using that so they can move their hands. I feel like this is probably the first prototype because when it was in motion, you do see a lot of movement still. So it's this first of its kind. So I really do want to see this. A lot of the characters they bring in for Avengers Campus, they kind of rotated out. I still have yet seen a Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, walk around Avengers Campus. I don't know when they're gonna probably showcase her. They might show her probably towards the end of the series because when Moon Knight came out, Mr. Knight as well as Moon Knight was walking around like nothing, except for actually, you know what? Steve, aka Mr. Knight, was more of an interactive character. When it came to Mark, he was like up on the second floor of the building, not really. He just kind of like, glazing down at everybody and just kind of like walking away. So, also on that list, I called it because I was just like, yeah, they made a lot of announcements about Book of Boba Fett. They made a lot of announcements about The Mandalorian. The new show that's coming out this Wednesday, I keep forgetting, which is basically a prequel to Rogue One, which I said this on Danny's channel. I said this on my own channel. I'm going to give Rogue One, the movie, a second chance because I wasn't a big fan of it. I'm going to watch the first couple episodes of this series that comes out Wednesday, and then I'm going to rewatch Rogue One and kind of get a better understanding of it because I was just kind of confused, and that's why I didn't really wasn't really on my top favorite movies for Star Wars. So I'm going to give it a second chance, people, so don't worry. But they did have a little baby Yoda in that little picture, and they are going to have the Mandalorian and baby Grogu, or I keep calling baby Grogu. I'm just combining baby Yoda and Grogu. They're going to have the Mandalorian, aka Din Djarin, as well as Grogu as walk around characters. Now, I have seen TikTokers already talking about this, not like it is in a good way, yes. But I also have people saying, like, I personally feel like this character is not going to last that long because we have a lot of people that are very immature, like young, like immature Disney adults. I'm a Disney adult, but I don't go to this extreme where they're just basically harass and grope, you know, Mando, and it's just like, I mean, like, come on, like, why would you? But I actually do like this a lot, having Grogu in his little satchel, him walking around. So it's gonna be really cute. Once again, this is another side of Disney I have not gone to because I haven't gone to Disney since 2018, and they were still under construction for Avengers Campus as well as the Galaxy's Edge. So I never got a chance to go. I'm hoping that in 23 I can actually have an opportunity to go check out these parks and let you guys know. But I'm excited. Let me think one more thing. There was one that I was like, that is about it. I can remember. Everything else is like, that was like my Sunday Super Bowl for me. Like I was just super ecstatic. But what got me really irritated though, were going back to these Disney adults. So let me tell you a little thing about people that are big fans of Disney and Disney parks and all that. This is why I was super excited about Disney and the whole excitement and all that. For quite some time, a lot of Disney fanatics have been wanting to have like a section for the villains, right? Like a Dark Kingdom. Now, for me, that would be awesome because like, as a kid, you idolized the heroes because they're like, oh, they're the heroes, they're the good guys. Then when you get older, you start looking at the villains and you're like, yo, these villains, I relate to these villains. I understand you guys are misunderstood. You wanted to make a point and all that. And, I made a point of like, you got to stop with making your villains attractive because I'm like, Disney, I want to be able to root for the heroes, but you make your villains extra good looking, extra sexy, and then their songs are always better than the hero songs. Be Prepared, sung by Scar. Like, come on, that's a really good song. But so they were talking about this and they brought in two individuals. One of it is, I'm looking over here because I have it open still, and I'm gonna look. So they had two individuals. One was an Imagineer by the name of Chris, and the second one, her name is Jennifer. And the only reason why I know about Jennifer is because she's an executive producer. She was an executive producer for the Frozen series, and she also got married to Alfred Molina. Actually, fairly recently. They came on stage, so I was like really interested as to what they wanted to talk about, and they were doing this whole theory thing about how they can improve or make not California. This was what East Coast they were talking about, nothing about the West. They were talking about Animal Kingdom, and the whole purpose of Animal Kingdom is to kind of like let people learn about animals and how everything is in the in the animal kingdom. So that's why it's called Animal Kingdom. They were talking about adding like, oh, we can add Moana, and we can also add Zootopia, which is Zootopia is being added in Shanghai, or I think and also in Tokyo. But like they were saying, like we can add those things in, and some TikTokers, including myself, like I was like, okay, that seems pretty cool. The Moana things make sense because it talks about like ocean life. It talks more about that. But then when it comes to like Zootopia, it's literally about society and, social classes and how everybody is, yes, they're coexisting, but then at the same time they're not, and there's social problems. Like, how can you add Zootopia to this? So that wasn't what I had the issue with. What I had the issue is when they started talking about Beyond Thunder Mountain. Now, let me get my screen because I actually wanted to actually no, I'm gonna just to show you the picture. So, if you've ever been to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, you have the ride Big Thunder Mountain. And this ride, everyone has always wondered what was behind those mountains. Now, behind those mountains is nothing. It's just empty lot. That's it. But they came up with this concept art, and this is actually I'll show you guys the article in a bit. This is beyond. So this is the latest blue sky imagination of imagining of the Disney creative department that they would imagine a whole new world for the Magic Kingdom park at Disney World. Now, let me show you guys the picture. Let me go over here. There we go. This is the concept art. You have Big Thunder Mountain in the front. Then you have the town of where Coco was taking place with the obviously graveyards all designed and decorated for Dias de Muertos. And then you have Encanto Casita there as well. And in the background, you do have like this dark kind of like aspect in the background. And that's supposed to be known as the Dark Kingdom for where the villains kind of hang out. Sorry, I'm being nosy. But here's the thing is that beyond Big Thunder Mountain, it's like to me, it's just kind of like interesting because the thing is that like, I'm looking at the picture here, it's all like colorful, colorful, dark. And I'm like, okay, so your guys are like literally feeding into the whole thing of Disney villains, of people giving like a dark kingdom to the villains where they hang out and everything. But the problem is, and this is where like I'm just kind of like, I don't think this is gonna happen like right away. They kept saying this is an idea. A lot of Disney adults are going around saying like, "Oh, it's actually gonna happen. This is going to happen." I don't think it's gonna happen like today. I don't think it's gonna happen tomorrow. I think it's probably gonna be later down the road. But you also got to take consideration about fundings because this is a great idea, but at the same time, you got to be realistic about it. Are they really going to do it? That's kind of like where my whole thing is with it. Like, as much as I would love for it to happen, I don't think it's going to happen. I think this is just them kind of like feeding us, like, hey, this is what some of our ideas. Hope you guys like it. If you guys like it, we might do it. The Zootopia thing, I don't know. They might not do. They might not. But the Moana thing will be actually really good. Will be really interesting actually to have like the whole aspect of Moana. But let me say something. It's just more along the lines that just so many people, yeah, even like Disney event, this is not a plan anytime soon. Like, this is something that we are still talking about. People are assuming it's going to happen. It's not going to happen, people. Not today. I mean, shit, Disney World still doesn't have like Avengers Campus on the East Coast, and they have been planning to do one for quite some time. And let me think, anything else that happened? No, unfortunately, that is actually because there was a lot of the streams which kind of gets me to my next thing actually, because I really, really grind my like kind of got me annoyed. Can you like switch, please? Oh, it did switch. It's a ticker. I didn't realize it was a ticker. So my 2 cents on the whole D23. I have mixed reviews on this. Okay. I do stand a lot with my friends about the Marvel panel on Saturday where they really didn't announce that much. And I keep telling some people, October 9th, sorry, from 6th to the 9th is New York Comic Con. They do make big announcements in bigger conventions that are televised sometimes. So New York, San Diego, as well as D23, they're usually like the bigger cons along with Dragon Con. They make big announcements. And the reason why I'm saying like New York and California is because they're both entertainment capitals. They do a lot of entertainment filming wise there. So I wouldn't pass it by them of basically Marvel making more announcements, because in this one they did not make anything about the X-Men. They made no announcements about Deadpool or anything. So it was kind of like unnerving a little bit. I wanted more information about that. Nothing. Um the parks, I liked it. It was like interesting as hell. Only problem is the end one where they were just making this of like, imagine this, imagine that, people taking it out of content and just like, oh, it's gonna happen, right? It's not gonna happen. Overall, I mean, this is the first convention they have done in like 3 years. The last one was in 2019, and then COVID kicked in and they were just out. That's it. I'm hoping that next year is a little bit better. I'm hoping that they bring in more like announcements next year to give us a little bit more insight of what's going on. I mean, like I said, they may not have any announcements for New York Comic Con. They might bring in all the X-Men information next convention. I'm just hoping that next year I actually do have an opportunity to go to this because ironically, I do have like the Disney Visa card and I am a member to D23. I just went over my head and completely forgot about it. But overall, like, yeah, I was mixed about everything. And I just really wish they put a little bit more effort into like stuff. I mean, they were pushing more of the merch because that's kind of what I saw. The costumes I've seen on TikTok are gorgeous. I'm amazed that I didn't go because I would have loved seeing all these costumes and all that. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I can really say. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry, guys. I will catch you guys in my next live stream Monday, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 7 Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will have more information about other stuff than what I was just like recycled and all that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me on this day in question. And my throat is already acting out. I'm hoping that I probably have another Mr. Beast bar and try it next stream. But if you haven't done so, if you're new to my channel, please guys like this video. Comment down below of any topics you want me to talk about. Also, like my page. I'm trying to basically build up an audience. I'm trying to build up an audience and I'm trying to get to like 500 subscribers. Not, I think more like realistically by the end of this year. So I can start building a community. And then I also do want to get to 1,000 in 2023. So I can, make more money and basically do more videos for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I know this is kind of like a usual short stream. It's actually one of my shorter ones this so far. Be on the lookout. I'm gonna splice my review on the D23 as well as the D23 highlights. I will have, if you guys really do want to see those clips, I will put them in and you guys can see for yourself of how really nice the costumes were, some of the movements of the characters, and even like the whole talk about like the creation of like these bigger character models. Oh, going back to my 2 cents real quick. One more thing I had just remembered right now. They had Stitch on there. I did not see a single thing about Stitch. I'm still looking, and I know that this year was the 20th anniversary for Lilo and Stitch. So I saw nothing. So I guess it was just more of a celebration for them for 20 years. So yeah, I will catch you guys next time. I love you guys. I keep saying that I love you guys. And also, guys, please, please, please be kind, rewind, and I hope to see you guys next time.
Goodbye.